Every year, thousands of people make the same mistake. They watch some of these type of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, it's time to uninstall that old Windows this year, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some good, positive changes in our life going.
Windows 11 is finally over. It's time to move on.
After watching a video like this, they get caught up in the hype and immediately open their laptops to wipe Windows from their system without fully understanding the consequences. But 3 days later, they're furiously Googling how to reinstall Windows. After uninstalling Windows, most of them go straight to installing Linux, convinced they've just made the smartest decision. But today, I'm going to share some of the real problems with Linux issues that didn't just happen to me, but have left thousands of people frustrated after making the switch. Last night, I was scrolling through Reddit when I came across this post. My thumb literally stopped mid-scroll when I saw it. Ever since updating to 42, I'm having a problem with sleep mode. Prior to this, turning on sleep would sleep the PC. And it wasn't just this one. As I kept scrolling, I saw the same issue being reported by many other users. Now, I'm going to show you some Linux problems that you might not be aware of yet, and I'll back everything up with proof right on the screen. But keep in mind, I'm not saying Linux is a bad OS. I just want to make it clear that Linux doesn't yet work perfectly on some laptops. Here's the brutal reality. Install Linux on the wrong laptop, and every single one of those things can just stop working. Not because Linux is bad, but because the companies that build your laptop hardware, they design their drivers for Windows. Linux is an afterthought. On a desktop, if some hardware like a Wi-Fi card or sound card doesn't work, you can easily replace it. But on a laptop, the hardware is usually permanent and fixed. If there's no Linux driver for it, that hardware just won't work. Basically, you end up with an expensive laptop that only has a glowing logo. Now let me share something even more frustrating. The whole purpose of a laptop is portability, long battery life, and the freedom to work anywhere. Linux. For many users, it undermines that experience. Most laptops are designed and optimized for Windows. Power management, CPU throttling, idle states, all of these systems are carefully engineered to get the maximum battery life on Windows. Linux disrupts that balance, often leading to reduced battery performance and inconsistent behavior. In simple terms, if you switch to Linux on a regular laptop, your battery may drain faster, and your laptop might not behave as smoothly as it did on Windows. Portability and convenience can take a hit. One user shared their experience with a Lenovo Y720 laptop. On Windows, I get up to 5 hours of battery life, but on Linux, I can only get 1 hour at most. This was a fresh install, nothing extra installed, and brightness set at half. This shows that even real users are noticing the same thing. Windows provides significantly better battery life, while Linux can struggle on the same hardware. Here's one that caught me completely off guard when I first heard it. Modern laptops have beautiful, high-resolution displays, 2K, 4K, OLED, sharp as a razor. On Windows, everything scales perfectly. Text is crisp, icons are clean, everything just looks right. On Linux, you might open your laptop and feel like you need glasses, blurry fonts, tiny icons, applications that look like they were designed for a monitor from 2003. And the moment you connect your laptop to an external monitor, just forget about it. Wrong resolution, wrong refresh rate. All the display settings you carefully adjusted just 5 minutes ago is gone. Now, to be fair, the newer Wayland display system has improved a lot of this, but Wayland itself has its own problems, compatibility issues, software that refuses to run on it, so you're stuck choosing between two imperfect options. This one genuinely surprised me. Open your laptop right now on Windows, check the pre-installed software from your manufacturer. There's probably an app that shows your battery health, controls your fan speed, lets you switch between performance and power saving modes, maybe even customizes your keyboard backlighting. That software doesn't exist on Linux. The fan is just doing whatever it wants. Battery is charging to 100% every single time, which is actually bad for long-term battery health. The power mode's gone. The keyboard lighting, good luck. And sure, somewhere on GitHub, there's probably a half-finished community project that solves one of these problems for your specific laptop model, if you're lucky. But you'll spend hours. Look, I'm not here to bury Linux. Linux is genuinely incredible. On the right hardware, it is fast, stable, and beautiful. And there are laptops out there, specifically built and certified for Linux, that work absolutely flawlessly. Dell XPS Developer Edition, System 76, Ubuntu Focus. These machines runs on Linux like a dream, but those are the exceptions. The average laptop sitting in your bag right now, the one you bought from Best Buy or Amazon. The odds are stacked against you. Linux has been promising to take over the desktop for 20 years. And every year it gets a little better, a little closer. But close isn't there. Until the day you can hand a Linux laptop to your parent, your colleague, or your friend, and they never once have to open a terminal to fix something.